we got some TikToks sent in by you guys. If you guys like and enjoy this content, it's always completely done and supplied by you guys. If you want to see, excuse me, I said if you want to see more of these, you got to make sure that they're sending them into my Discord. Mods go through them and make sure that they're safe, no DMCA music, good to watch on stream, because they're completely supplied by you guys. So if you see good shorts, TikToks, whatever, make sure you submit them in, and I'll take a look at them. Appreciate you guys always doing that, though, seriously. These are always super fun, and the content wouldn't be doable or possible without you guys, so appreciate you. First up, we got two-legged spider. I'm pretty confident I discovered a tech. If you guys know someone who found it first, let me know and I will credit them. Okay, let's see.
So I found this new tech the other day that I thought was really cool, and I wanted to share it with you guys. I think this could be pretty useful, and the cool thing is you could actually do it on any hero. So I'm actually going to go ahead and turn on the hand cam to show you how this is done, because it is pretty advanced. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to kind of move your hand like this, and you're probably thinking like, whoa, what just happened? And I know a lot just happened, so I'll show you again. You're going to want to like move your hand like this. And what you'll notice is I'm actually facing the other direction now, which is really cool. And I think this could be like super helpful if like, you know, you're a tank and you don't know if your team's with you and like if you should push in, or if like you're really anyone, you want to check if your supports are okay or if they can see you. Or a really cool use I found is just using it occasionally to make sure nobody's sneaking up on me. And yeah, I just thought this was really interesting, and I haven't seen anyone else talk about it, so I wanted to show it off here, and I hope this helps.
Okay, dude. I unironically, actually, probably one of the things I don't talk about enough when people ask me for like tips or talk about certain little things is I don't know if you ever watched me play a tank, but I turn around a lot, like for like a millisecond, and I never thought about explaining it to people why I do that. But it's just me checking. It's just me checking to see like, hey, how you guys doing back there? You guys looking good? You know, because like I only have so much game sense, you know. Sometimes my eyes do a little bit better. But yeah, I think a lot of people tutorial controller next. I don't think this is a good one. I don't think enough people end up doing it. I don't know if you ever watched me play tank, streams tank gameplay on a daily basis. Hey, this goes on YouTube and TikTok and stuff like that. So like, you know, like I don't know where this goes. This is gonna be out there in the interwebs somewhere. Okay, next.
Overwatch Pet Peeves, Episode 2. When I wait until the countdown is at 10 seconds to pick Mercy, and as soon as I lock her, the other support picks Lucio, Brig, or Zen. This happens all the time. I can play basically any support, so I try and wait to see what the other support wants to play so I can play around them, and then they just don't choose their hero. I assume, well, maybe they're...
This is actually a bajillion times worse as a tank player, no offense. Because if I'm waiting, like, okay, let's see what my supports pick. Okay, they haven't picked yet. All right, you know what? This is a good Ram map. I'm gonna play Ram, and then they walk out on like Mercy Zen. It's just like, or my favorite, they're on Lucio Bap, and you walk out of spawn, and then by the time you get to the fight, you go, "Hey guys, where are we?" And it's like, oh, they swapped Zen Brig. Like, don't get me wrong, I can play something into Zen with Zen Brig, but like, they're not Ram. I'm already here. Like, I'm already here, brother.
They're waiting for me to pick a support, and they want to play around me. And then the second I finally pick my hero, they pick a support that has absolutely no synergy with mine, and I end up having to swap again anyway. I think a big part of this is people just not understanding the difference between flex supports and main supports. Like, you should know better than to try running Zen Lucio, dude. And guys, ERE...
Wait, hang on. When was this out? 123? This was before this season, where we actually had a Zen Lucio meta. Just... the future looked at this and went, you. Although at this point Lucio's is not really being played about that much anymore because of the nerfs, but yeah.
He is not a flex support. Don't play Zen with Yari. For those of you who don't know, by the way, flex support is probably what you have heard called main healer, and main support is what you've probably called off healer. I wanted to clarify because I know not everybody uses this terminology. When Blizzard messes up their own lore, this is so silly to me. A big part of Overwatch's appeal is its lore. And
yeah, that's kind of fair.
Blizzard knows that for a fact. I mean, they wouldn't have even attempted to make a PvE.
I mean, they did just kind of fire their entire narrative team too, though. So, like, I mean, do they really know that?
What if they didn't know that? Blizzard hired more writers to flesh out their story specifically for that
And then
PvE.
fired them.
So if they put more focus on lore with the release of Overwatch 2, how did we end up with Kiri being half the age of the Shimada brothers? Her origin story shows her growing up with these people, but there's a 20-year age gap between her and the Shimadas. Really, Blizzard? When supports won't acknowledge that their role is strong. Nothing is more embarrassing to me as a support player than when I see a clip posted online by a non-support showing off exactly how broken support is. And all of the...
You want to know what my pet peeve is for this specifically? I could get a 5k primal blade, bop the fuck off, and someone in the comments will go, holy shit, your supports pop the fuck off right there, and it'll have like 400 likes. Like, yo, Kiriko, I love you, brother, but you hit like 3 shots. Like, yeah, I'm sorry, dude. Why the f are they so why are they so up you? Like, why are they so happy?
Comments on the post will always be attacking the clip posters, saying, oh, well, you missed one out of your 4 headshots, or, oh, you should have known Kiri was respawning and told your team to go spawn camper, and then bait out Suzu so she couldn't TP you through the wall and make you lose your 1v1. Zarya, this is a skill issue. Why didn't you bait pedal, grip, tree, bap shift, and lamp? You're so bad. No wonder you grabbed in game like this. When as support players are we ever held to this expectation that we need to bait every ability every time?
I remember I played a game on a Rhine v Rhine, and they had a Life Weaver Kiri, and I baited out the shields to land the shatter. I baited out the Suzu. I had baited out the pull. I had baited out the tree. And then I shattered their Rhine and went to pin him off the map. And because the fight had went on for so long, because I was trying to bait out the abilities, I pinned the Rhine off the map, and he got pulled back up, and he pinned me off the map. And I died. What's up, Kiriko?
When are we told we are bad because we missed a single shot?
Why did you guys summon him?
When do we lose a fight because we missed a single shot? Obviously, not all support players act like this, but the general support community online tends to be super biased towards their role and is known for attacking others. I know most of my followers are support mains, so guys, if this is you, please don't be like that. Every community in this game deserves to have their opinion heard, and their opinion is valid. If people have taken the time out...
God, I've made so many enemies with support players. Meanwhile, in the beginning of Overwatch, I was their biggest supporter, calling for buffs because they were getting hunted around during the beginning because of the format change, and it was a lot of changes. Like, dude, support needs help. And then once it got out of control, I'm like, hey guys, we need to. It's like, f you. It's like, okay, you only like me when I benefit you. F you.
Their day to go complain about how bad support is to such a degree that they have.
No, hey, whoa, wait, why are you guys telling him I was shit talking him, right? I was making a point on how I could get a 5k primal blade, and some in the comments is gonna go, holy shit, support carry. Meanwhile, you hit 3 shots on Ana, man. Like, hey, nothing against you, but like that, you didn't do shit, you know? Like that.
There's clearly something.
It sounds worse out loud when I say it to him.
If you want to send your own pet peeves, you could do so by commenting on this post or joining the Discord in my bio. Make sure you like the video if you enjoyed, and make sure to follow for more.
That's a pretty good one. I like these. My biggest pet peeve is cleanse being the answer to literally every ability in the game. Fair.
If you want to climb on support in Season 9, you have to play Zen. Zen is by far...
When did this come out? Oh, so we're in the Season 9 TikToks now. Nice. Okay, cool.
The most busted hero in the game right now, and provides 10 times more value than any other support. Let me explain why. With the release of Season 9, Blizzard tried to indirectly nerf support's ability to DPS by adding the DPS passive. This makes healing less effective, which means support should have to spend more time healing and less time killing. This completely backfired. In my experience, heroes that pump out huge burst healing just aren't good enough at keeping people alive anymore. No matter how much you try and heal your tank, they are going to die. So screw it. If you're not going to be able to heal your tank through a super long fight, and it's only a matter of time until he dies, you gotta speed up the fight. And
that's exactly why dive is really, really strong. And why tank is felt miserable, because there's no, this is how it is in high level play leagues. Like, people really kind of realize, like, oh, like, healing isn't really matter that much. That's changed quite a bit in the last couple weeks. It's starting to, like, people have adapted enough to, like, survive a little bit better.
And
But
Zen
this
the
is very
perfect hero
early
for
on
that.
thoughts, yeah.
Discord orbs are great paired with the new DPS passive and can help you burn enemies so fast your tank won't even have a chance to die. Not to mention the fact that they made the hitbox so big that Zen is able to consistently melt anybody he pleases. In fact, I'd say Zen is one of the only supports in Season 9 who can still consistently 1v1 almost every DPS in the game. And yeah, I'm including Sombra and Tracer. Not only is Zen strong right now, but the comps that fit him are doing very well. Winston and Ball are dominating right now.
Wait, did I just watch Somju get obliterated?
Winston and Ball are dominating.
Poor Somju, dude.
Right now. Tracer is very good, and in my opinion, Genji is way better than anyone expected him to be. And out of all the main healers, Kiri is noticeably better than the rest. All of this lends itself to a very heavy dive meta, but even outside of dive, I suggest you look to end fights as fast as possible, because sustaining isn't going to win you fights anymore.
Yeah, Kiri ended up being a lot better, so did Moira. Moira ended up actually being the front runner.
Did you know that it's almost impossible to headshot Tracer with some Overwatch heroes in Season 9?
Uh-oh. Him more hitbox stuff.
And that happens because of the big buff all the projectiles got in Season 9. For example, Hanzo's arrows are huge, so they actually hit Tracer's hands first, instead of actually her head where you were.
Wait, I didn't realize it was like that bad.
And that happens
I knew it was for Kiri because she has like the arm that goes like, hiya, you know?
with other heroes as well, such as Zenyatta, Lucio, and of course the one that has the biggest projectile at the moment in game, Mercy. So if you want to actually headshot her, you need to just miss her completely, and then the projectile is going to do its work.
Yeah. That ended up getting nerfed, by the way, so it's not like that anymore, but yeah. Kind of wild. Oh no. I've seen this.
Zen ult is useless now. Zen.
I remember showing you guys this. This is actually a different version of it. This isn't the same version, but yeah. Also, a lot of this has kind of changed as the season's gone on. People have learned how to adapt with it a little bit. But yeah, definitely playing tank, especially because you get shot the most, it's a little bit tough. Just because, like, the healing and stuff like that. But yeah.
In Overwatch 2 Season 9. Number 1, Roadhog. With enemy health pools getting higher, Hog's hook Pigpen one-shot is more inconsistent. He also has higher health himself, which means that Take a Breather heals proportionately less than before, and he actually heals less because of the DPS passive. And since projectiles are bigger, Hog is easier to hit and will take a considerable amount of damage.
Hog is definitely
Number 2,
worse.
Hanzo suffers the same fate as Hog, since higher health pools mean that Hanzo can no longer one-shot the vast majority of the cast. Even with the Storm Arrow buff, one-shot characters are only as good as their one-shot, and not having one means Hanzo loses most of his kill threat. Number 3, Mercy.
Which is crazy, because I actually thought Hanzo was going to end up being better in the long run, because he could hit more shots, but I wonder because, like, you actually can't aim for the head and hit the head. You have to, like, aim above the head. It's actually made it worse.
Mercy is disproportionately affected by the damage passive since her
Mercy's pretty kind of hurting.
So she will have reduced healing if either herself or her target have the healing reduction. And if they both have it, she will receive even less. Combine this with the fact that pocketing isn't as strong this patch and Pharmacy is much more difficult to play and Mercy struggles to provide value. And
I'm kind of glad though that Fire Mercy's gone. Fire Mercy was a cleanse on our households, to be honest. Disagree with Hanzo, his shots are significantly easier to hit now. That was kind of my thought, but as the patch has gone on, Hanzo's definitely struggled quite a bit, so I honestly can't really disagree.